So, for those of you that are alone today, this seems kind of like a heavy video, but I don't know quite what to say, so I'm trying to think of it on the spot. I've spent some Christmases alone. It sucks. I know it sucks. There's other people currently that are spending Christmas alone. This Christmas, and it's supposed to be time with your family, right? This Christmas, not a single person. I moved back from Montreal to Winnipeg, and Winnipeg's my hometown. Within that year, none of my family reached out or made an effort to see me. Most of them could. I've been kind of like disowned. A lot of their weddings I haven't been invited to. And if you really ask them a reason why, they can't really give anyone anything. But, I'm black sheep of the family, man. My little stupid film career that I would get grilled. And you know what? Honestly, I didn't like going to most family events anyways. Got grilled about, oh, are you working yet? Even though I was working a full-time job in like film, but that's not real to some people, I guess. And I was just never, I was always the shithead of the family, and everything was my fault. So it is what it is. And, I got very lucky this year. And I'm 29 now. When I was 27, I basically got adopted by this lady who was like a friend of someone who is in my family, and they don't speak anymore. And she's been a mother figure to me. And her family and her son's families have just kind of accepted me in. And I spent the 23rd with like her brother's family. And then the next day, Christmas Eve, I got invited to all these places, like 3 different events, by people that weren't my relatives, and I'm really lucky to have these people in my life. And honestly, quite frankly, no one from my family invited me anywhere. Yesterday, I reached out to someone that was extended family saying, oh, could I come by? But they didn't invite me, and they said, oh, yeah, sure. And I ended up not going because it's like, well, they didn't really reach out to me and invite me, and I don't hold a grudge against them, but it's like, oh, I didn't really feel that welcome there. But to people that are alone today, I hate the speech of I've heard a couple of things like, oh, it gets better. And realistically, your life can get better. Depending upon, I don't know what your situation is, but let's be really vague here. I have changed my vibe a lot in the last 2 years, and it's because I just had someone for once in my corner not knocking me down and dissing every single thing I did. And I've always felt not good enough, and I still have so much to work on. I'm getting a lot better friends in my life. I'm attracting better people, and I have more solid and more reliable people. Some old people have been coming in my life, and I'm kind of realizing it's like, oh, this is why they left. I used to put up with really shitty, flaky behavior because I was very desperate for any friends. And even a friend that constantly, there's been a couple friends we constantly wants to make plans and it never works out. And it's you kind of get excited and, once or twice is fine. But when it's 90% of the time, the plans don't work out. It's okay, well, I can tell I'm the last priority. And it's just don't make plans with me anymore, man. And things can get better. They can, but it's you have to take the time to work on them. And I'll tell you something embarrassing now. I have much as I'm getting a lot more better friends and a better life, and I'm taking better care of myself. I fumble so. I'm attracting people in my life that are so into me one moment, then the next moment they just ain't shit. 3 times this year, I heard something along the same lines of "You're so special." One girl was like, I love you. One girl said, I love you. I want to build a life with you. Let's buy a house together. And then a week later, she fucked off. And then I've heard your soul is so special. You're so special. I'll never get bored of you. And then I've heard, I'm obsessed with you. I'll never get bored of you. And even to her, I was like, oh, fuck, I've heard something very similar a couple months ago. But, and I'm attracting people that are really into me and they're really not. And then I have problems with abandonment and being super anxious. And as much as, and I'm dating females, as much as they say oh, I get it. But when a guy has these issues, it just is so unattractive to them. And I might get some comments, oh, but for the right one. It's I don't know. It's just, I think when a guy when a girl sees a guy crack right away, like, oh, I need some reassurance, like, I'm like, it's pretty unattractive to them. And it's like, I need to really work on that and just not getting anxious and not having expectations of outcome, and, you know, not putting a lot on this person, or, you know, I still got so much shit to figure out. But as I was saying, is there's a lot you can change. Like, my personal life has gotten a lot better. And I've taken hard looks at myself. I've become a better person. I've put a better vibe out there. And I got invited, you know, last year I was alone because the people that were kind of like bringing me into their family, they all went to like Florida or whatever. Then so they weren't there, and then like I spent last year alone, and I had some people text me, and like I hung out with my neighbor or whatever, because me and him were both alone. But then you're not really alone, and there's tons of people that are going through what you're going through right now. And it's frustrating to hear some 30-year-old dude on the internet say, well, just work on yourself. Because it's like, well, how the hell, like, everything's closed right now. What the hell am I going to do? And I don't know. I would just suggest, like, right now, if you're really bored, get the hell off your phone. Or look up a YouTube video on how to meditate. And, like, just go through some meditations, and that will just calm you. And I fumbled with a chick this morning that I was kind of really into, and I just fucking blew it, because it's like my anxiety and my itty bitty little abandonment issues scared this chick away. It sucks. But it's like, okay, well, that's another lesson, Mac. You're not fucking ready. You want this in your life, you got to get better. You need to work on yourself. If you want this, like, I don't know, and it's frustrating because, like, yeah, some people are total fucking assholes, and they're surrounded by people today. So it is confusing, and I don't have all the answers. I'm just trying to give vague answers, and, like, maybe this will help, maybe that'll help, and, you know, it sounds so lame, but, like, you know, Christians say Jesus loves you, and even in the times I've been very alone, it's like, I think there is something up there, or around us, and they're watching, or maybe it's aliens or something, and there is something out there that probably does support you, whether you don't believe in it or not, or not sure about it. I like to think some of my ancestors are watching over me, and maybe they're proud of me in some moments, maybe they're not, but I think, and, like, it's also, like, I have close friends that, like, I don't think they know that I didn't have anywhere to go, and, like, maybe they would have invited me more places, but I had places to go this year. And, like, to those of you that are alone, like, just, I don't really know what to say, but I just want to say, like, I've been through that, and, again, there could be more years of my life where I'm totally alone at Christmas, but you can sit and imagine a future where, like, it can get better. I'm not even guaranteeing it will get better. I don't believe in that. I don't believe there is someone for everyone. I think you really have to work and make yourself better to get that someone. And you have to be a better version of yourself to surround more people. Like, or maybe where you are, everyone just, you have your reputation and they won't let you change. And that's, you know, I was an angry kid when I was younger. I was the black sheep, and people, my own sister, you know, still sees me as that, and sees me as a loser, and sees me as an asshole. And even though I haven't really seen her in person in 5 years, and for some reason I'm the asshole. Even I remember at my grandma's, she's my half sister. At my grandma's funeral, she was poking me in the face, like, "Oh, are you upset?" Like, just like trying to piss me off. And it's like, this is my only grandma's funeral, and you're doing that. And, like, for some reason I'm the asshole in the whole relationship. I don't know why. My mom did pit us against each other a lot. I just remember that, and it's like, you know what? You're gonna be the asshole to some people, and they're not gonna, like, give you another chance. That's fine. There's 7 billion people out there. I don't need to prove anything to my sister. I forgive her for being such a fucking bitch to me while growing up to me my whole entire life, constantly bullying me. And anytime I ever said anything back, I was the devil, and my mom would freak out and defend her. And never, like, say we both shouldn't be like this. It's no, you shouldn't be like this, Mackenzie. She can. So it's obviously I still have some grudges, and I need to let go of these things. But you're not alone. You're really not alone. There's always people around you.